Okay, so we're going to find the equation of the line passing through the points -3, 7 and -5, 9. Now, step 1 is to find the slope of the line. We're going to use the slope formula for that. Slope formula tells us the slope is the difference in the y components divided by the difference in the x components, otherwise known as y2 minus y1. You find the difference between two values by subtracting them. Sometimes you see this as delta y over delta x. This just means change in y over change in x. Again, you're just finding the difference between the two of them. So I'm going to go up here, remembering that each point has an x and a y component. And I could call this the first point and this the second one if I wanted, but I'm going to actually do it this way. I'm going to call this the first point, so that's x sub 1 and y sub 1. And then this is going to be x sub 2 and y sub 2. Remember, these subnotes are just so we can tell the difference between the x's and the y's. And so my y sub 2 is 9. My y sub 1 is 7. So I have 9 minus 7 on the top. X sub 2 is -5. Minus my x sub 1 is -3. You need to be really careful here. And so if you've been my student a while, you know that when I see minus and negative, I say ding, 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 just to give yourself a reminder that that becomes plus positive. So I have 9 minus 7, that's 2, and -5 plus 3, that's -2. When I write that in simplest form, that gets me a slope of -1. So step 1 is use the slope formula, and I found the slope is -1. Step 2 is to choose a point. You can choose any point, it doesn't matter. You will always get the same answer no matter what point you choose. I'm going to choose the point -3, 7. So now that I've chosen a point, step 3 is to fill this information into the point slope form of the equation. It's y minus y sub 1 equals the slope times x minus x sub 1. My y sub 1 is 7, so I have y minus 7. My slope is -1. X minus my x sub 1 is -3. Again, ding, 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 ding. Minus negative becomes plus positive. So I have y minus 7 equals -1 times x plus 3. Now I need to put this in a usable form. I'm going to put it in standard form. I'm actually going to go to a new page. So I have y minus 7. Let me just take a picture of that really quickly. And we'll go to a new page. So my equation was y minus 7 equals -1 times x plus 3. I'm going to distribute my -1. That's -1 times x plus -1 times 3. Gets me a -x minus 3. I'm going to add the x onto both sides. That gets me x plus y, because this was a positive y, minus 7 equals -3, because the x's are gone, and 0 minus 3 is -3. Now I'm going to add 7 onto both sides. And I get x plus y equals 4. And so the equation of the line that's passing through the points -3, 7 and -5, 9 is x plus y equals 4. That's it. Let me know if you have questions.